with us this new method of caries management, which has been rigorously based on evidence and research. And I'd like to invite the two speakers to come to the front and entertain any questions from the audience. Please feel free to ask whatever you want to ask. Anybody want to start with questions from any of us? Welcome.
It's small enough to hear you.
Thank you very much to the three speakers. I enjoyed the presentations. I just wanted to ask Dr. Santardi about the negative control for the Chengdu studies. I know those studies were quite recent, and I just wanted to say a word perhaps about the ethical considerations of running your negative controls without fluoride in Chengdu. I mean, it's quite a modern place now. So I suppose it's difficult to find a population where you can justify running a negative control, and I just wondered, would you comment on that?
I completely agree with you. When you look at the whole ethics of the situation, it is very hard running a non-fluoride toothpaste. China does allow it, and that's why in the beginning assessing this technology, the negative control toothpaste was run. But in other countries, and especially in the area that you're talking about that's developing, I think there's going to be a change in running a non-fluoride toothpaste in 2-year traditional, caries clinical trials. But then that also takes you to the ethical question of 2-year caries clinical trials and the ethics of looking at frank cavitation. When you look at all disease processes, you really, don't like to look at end state of the disease, especially in this area where you can prevent and arrest and reverse early lesions. So it's like a double-ended sword there. But I agree. I think, when you're looking at clinical trials and running a non-fluoride toothpaste, there is an issue with that. And I think as we develop forward, it may not be the case of running non-fluoride toothpastes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If there are, there's no other question or remark or criticism or recommendation, we will thank all of you for coming. And you want to ask a question?
Yeah.
Please.
It was just a question to Anna really, personal opinion on the economics of the fluoride varnish, the benefit and the economics, and from a public health prevention perspective, how you felt that your results and the magnitude of benefit that you've seen.
Thank you. Actually, when we run a study, I was quite happy to have all these results, because if we had the findings that there is no significant differences even at the D1 level, so it would be a problem, I think, for the payment of that. But at that time, it's still going to be paid, at least in our region. It's not for all regions in Germany used or paid, but at least for our region, it's still of benefit, I think, and we will run it. Thank
you. In England nowadays, our NHS is encouraging dentists to apply fluoride twice a year to the patients. If a dentist doesn't apply, he's in the bad books of the government. But as your results show, that doesn't make as much difference. The other thing is, when we apply fluoride, how much of the fluoride goes down the throat? How much is absorbed by the nose?
question how many fluoride is actually in there, but it's also an attitude because there are some other confounders as well in this setting, in an epidemiological setting.
Well, I'm asking the question, if you apply the fluoride in the mouth, what percentage of it is absorbed by the enamel and how much of that goes down the throat, is swallowed by the patient?
How much is absorbed by the enamel? What percentage?
I don't know. There is absorption.
To be honest, I don't have any figures on that. I don't know.
This is a important part because there's only fluoride down. That is not the point.
Sure, but I think the varnish is so highly concentrated that it's taking on the enamel, so it's not just a one shot, and it's brushed in the evening, and no fluoride is in your saliva anymore because it's uptake up to 3 months, I think, until the effect is gone. But I have no figures on that. Sorry.
Can I ask a question? Is it working? I ask Anahita, based on your results, what would be your recommendation for the best way to prevent caries of promoter among preschool children?
For the question. Again, in our region, this program is established since many, many years. Also, preschool children at high risk kindergartens. They also have the visits of the dentists up to twice a year, and they also benefit from this fluoride varnish program. But it's fluoride varnish program.
That's more effective than supervised toothbrushing?
It's easier for us to implement.
Right, if there are no other questions, I will thank all of you and thank the speakers. And I believe that upon exiting the auditorium, you will be given a free toothpaste. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
So, hi Tobias.
Hi.
So can you confirm Colgate paid you to come and record this?
Yes.
They did. So
Yeah.
who was their contact?
Burkhard Zeland.
Okay, good.
Burkhard Zeland.
Okay.
And from Switzerland, it's
Geraldine.
Carl.
I just want to be sure because we have a policy of no recording.
I know, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But this is.
But for them, for the industry session.
That was for the industry, and it was discussed before with
Perfect.
speakers.
So they agreed. Okay, just to cover all bases then. Thank you so much. Make sure you get your samples.
Thank
of
you.
course.
Yeah.
Thank you.